Hello folks, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about goal setting. As we approach the end of the year, it's a great time to think about, what do I want to do next year differently? How do I want to make my life better in the coming year? I'm not a person who really sets New Year's resolutions per se, but I do like to think about my life in general and how, if any, do I want it to change or make it better in the coming year or the coming years. For example, I would like to retire from my regular day job in the next 5 years or so. The only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I prepare myself now so that I'm ready for that time frame in my life. So the way that I approach things, I'm pretty methodical, I guess you could say. I like to break them into smaller buckets. I find that if I look at the goal, say of, retiring, there's so many pieces to that puzzle, it gets overwhelming and I can't really do anything if I just think about that. So what I like to do is kind of break things down into buckets. Financially, how am I going to be able to retire? What do I have to do right now with, say, my 401k, my spending habits, whatever the case may be. And then also, like, mentally, what am I going to do when I retire? I can't just sit at home all day and nap, although I love that idea. It's not practical, and it's not going to keep me motivated to, keep going with my life. So I'm breaking it down into these buckets, and I'm kind of going through each area and working on things one by one, so that this area is kind of ready to go, this area is ready to go, this area is ready to go, and then I'll be able to pull the trigger to retire. Another great example of this type of approach, if you think about if you went to college or even in high school in some cases, thinking about your ultimate goal is to get your degree and move on to whatever job you're looking towards. To do that, as most of you know who've been through this process, you have to break things down into, what am I going to do my freshman year? What am I going to do my sophomore year? What am I going to do my junior, senior, etc.? And if you go on to your master's degree, those years, etc. And you really have to break it down into individual, semesters. You can't reach this goal unless you do all these pieces. And so it's a great way to look at goal setting. Is the same thing in life. All of our goals sometimes can be overwhelming and seem very complex, but if you break it down into each of the individual buckets, you're going to be able to get to your ultimate goal. So that is my recommendation to you, is think about the big things and then break them down into tiny, tiny little pieces. Even if it's just something you're going to do every day to move towards something. So, for example, I'm working on, having a more peaceful and calm life. Well, one way that you can do that is I try to take a walk every single day. I find, especially taking a walk outside, it really kind of regenerates me and helps me disconnect from work more. So that's just a small example, but my point is, getting to your ultimate big goals, you have to take the tiny steps along the way to get there. So that's my lesson for today. I'm gonna have probably another video or two on goal setting for the rest of the year, because it is quite complex, and I want to talk a little bit more about some of the other aspects of it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and now we're going to get into the giveaway. So this week we're giving away this planner. It's a what's the name of it here? Smart planner. Smart planner. It's really smart. And we're going to look at the top-down version for you so that you can see what we're giving away for this week. Let me flip things around here. Alrighty, we got things flipped around here, and we're going to talk through this planner. So as you can see, it's got a little star thing there, or sun. It is a smart planner, is the name of it, and we're gonna get into it here. So it's got the elastic closure. It does have a pen loop. It's an A5 version, which is my favorite size, as you know. Inside here, it's got the usual, you know, this belongs to. It's got a calendar overall for 2022, 2023. And then we get into the monthly calendar. So it's got, this is an undated planner, so you're going to have to fill in the numbers and the month and the year yourself. So it starts with the course to be 12 months, I assume. Okay. And then we get into the weekly. It's definitely a weekly layout here. So you've got all your days of the week. It has suggestions here. So the top part is gratitude. It's got your top 3 priorities for the day. And then over here, it's got some places for habits that you want to do maybe the whole week. And then these are the habit trackers. So you can have 4 and you can highlight or X out or whatever the ones you did or didn't do. And then down here, you've got your to-do and your notes down the bottom. Over here, we've got kind of a fun little thing. You've got your weekly review. You've got your victories and your things you want to improve, and then your score. So I assume the score is related to the habits. I don't know. So it's got those weekly pages. They're all the same. Yep, going through the end here. So that's it, basically. And then at the back, we do have a little pocket here as well. So I really liked this one, and the only problem I had with it, the paper's pretty good quality. It's the size I like. But the only thing I didn't like about it was because it's a weekly layout, the little boxes are tiny. So as I think I've mentioned before, my writing is pretty big, and I would only be able to write like 1 or 2 words here. And if I'm making a to-do list, they're not all going to fit in 1 or 2 words for me. So I really did like the habits here because I do keep track of habits. I have more than 4, but whatever. So I liked that, but the boxes are just too small for me to actually use this planner. So I'll be giving it away. So if you're interested in winning this, you'll do the usual things. You're going to subscribe to this channel. You're going to like this video, and you're going to comment WMIY. And then you'll be putting the drawing to win this item. So hope everybody has a great day, and we'll talk soon.